Today is June 7th, 2018. Spotify's taking a stab at the music licensing game. The popular music streaming service Spotify has decided to dip their toes into the music licensing game, offering managers for independent artists an advance on their artist records if they agree to license a specific number of tracks directly to Spotify, essentially sidestepping the entity that would typically do this, a record label. Billboard broke the news and indicated that under the terms of some of the licensing deals, management firms could receive several $100,000 as an advance. What's even more appealing about this deal is that in some cases, the managers and artists could receive 50% of the revenue per stream on these licensed songs, as compared to an average of 20 to 50% split of the revenue that they currently get from a label who nets roughly 50% of the revenue from Spotify. So this is a big improvement on the payments directly to artists. And if that deal wasn't good enough to sweeten the pot, it's reported that the streaming giant will also enter into these terms non-exclusively, meaning that the manager and artist can license these songs to other streaming services. The key word here is independent, as the contract Spotify currently has with the three major labels and the global digital rights agency Merlin won't allow for an artist signed with these four entities to enter into the deal. However, if you're an independent artist, this news should perk those ears up, so be on the lookout for more developments to come. Pledge Music has dropped the money ball. For those of you not familiar with Pledge Music, at its core, it's essentially an all-in-one ecosystem that allows artists to crowdfund their next record with unique pre-sale bundles and experiences that they can then hand over to Pledge Music to be fulfilled. The company gets paid by taking a 15% flat fee from every successfully crowdfunded campaign, and all is good. Well, almost all is good, assuming you're an artist that receives your payment. At a high level, the payment terms work like this. You release the digital download of your record and the service pays you 51% of your total crowdfunded dollars. Then once all of your orders have been marked as fulfilled and all fan questions have been answered, the company sends you the remaining funds, minus their 15%, within 2 weeks. However, over the past 6 months, the company has been late in sending out the artist-earned crowdfunding dollars, and they acknowledge this. Pledge Music's CEO stated in an email, the company has had some difficulty dealing with a larger volume of campaigns. The intention is to add value in every situation, and there is some work ahead to achieve that. With respect to payments, there have certainly been payment delays, but the company has always paid artists and should be completely caught up in the near future. This is great news that the company is growing. But when you are late paying your artists the funds that they raised, the artists are then required to dig into their own pockets or perhaps take out a loan to fulfill the orders for their fans. And if you've ever dipped your toes into the business side of the music industry, a majority of artists don't walk around with these types of funds in their bank accounts. Now, to be fair, this service is pretty awesome and some artists have never had a problem with it. However, when you're talking about delayed payments on huge crowdfunding campaigns, it's clear that the company needs to rectify the problem quickly. Full album mastering done with artificial intelligence. Lander, the AI mastering service that provides a pretty decent mastering job within a matter of minutes for any genre of music, has recently rolled out a full album mastering service. To date, the service only allowed one song to be mastered at a time, but over the years they've developed AI that now allows musicians to upload full albums to be mastered. The company claims that the new service, quote, balances audio levels and equalization across an entire album or project. Subscription services range from $4 to $25 a month. Find out more at lander.com, L-A-N-D-R. YouTube may soon be required to police itself for copyright infringement. A preliminary decision by the Vienna Commercial Court in Austria has found that YouTube is not a neutral host provider but must prevent third parties from uploading copyright infringing content. You know, all those unlicensed covers on YouTube that your friend puts up in hopes to gain views and followers, the same way that a shit ton of young artists have launched their careers? Well, if this ruling goes through and gains momentum in other countries, those videos could be taken down immediately. As reported by Billboard, an Austrian commercial TV channel filed suit against YouTube back in 2014 after copyright-protected content from its channels was posted on the online video platform. YouTube argued that it was a technical service and therefore fell under the provisions of the European Union's E-Commerce Act, which stipulates technical service providers are intermediaries and not liable for the content posted by their users. However, the court in its initial ruling disagreed, finding that YouTube's activity in sorting, filtering, and linking content on its platform, in particular by creating tables of contents according to predefined categories, helps determine the surfing behavior of its users. Thus, according to the court, YouTube cannot be considered a neutral platform. It's currently unknown if YouTube will appeal this initial ruling, but if I was a betting man, I would say that they will. So keep your eyes peeled for further developments in this groundbreaking case. All right, friends, that's all I got for today. Catch back up with you tomorrow.